Am I seriously the only one who doesn't get the appeal of not Jack? He's got none of the charm or smoothness you'd expect. The chemistry? Non-existent. What were they even thinking with this guy? And Lulu, seriously, she needs to just mind her own business. Oh, Portia, do us all a favor and tell Curtis the truth already before it's too late. It's really on you at this point. Some of these comments, though, are completely out of control. Like, can we all remember this is just a TV show? None of these characters are real people. The storyline isn't real either. Lighten up. They're doing their job so well, you actually dislike them. And that's the point. Maybe praise them for making us feel something, instead of constantly tearing them down. They're here to entertain after all. I'm actually glad Felicia is against it. Anna wasn't wrong about Carly, but come on, we all know she just wants Carly out of the picture so she can have Jason all to herself. And wow, that situation could not have been more awkward if they tried. Perfectly timed right in front of nosy Felicia and Anna too. Just when Brennan's trying to woo Carly into going to Paris, Vivian slithers in like the snake she is. Carly, take that as a sign and keep going, please. Carly seriously needs to steer clear of Brennan. She should also figure out what her daughter is up to so she can get her away from him. I don't trust that guy. He's a snake, and I'm sure he's got something shady up his sleeve. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Messy Syrup. It's me, Abby, here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching, so let's dive into today's video. Wait, seriously? Were Cody and Lulu drinking beer? After Lulu's liver transplant, shouldn't she be staying as far away from alcohol as possible? You know, just a thought. Honestly, Lulu should be the one working for the WSB. Her nose is so far in everyone's business. She's practically running surveillance. And let's talk about Cody and Sasha. They blew up their whole story for absolutely no reason. Cody doesn't even spend time with Mac and James anymore. I actually liked their family dynamic, but now all they've got him doing is drinking and gossiping. So productive. Here's the latest plot twist. Lulu's going to confront Brooklyn to tell Dante about the thing. But then Brooklyn has to come clean to Chase, telling him Dante is the father. Chase, naturally, will be upset with Brooklyn and then turn to Lulu for comfort. I mean, come on, every time Lulu brings up Chase to Brooklyn, it's always your handsome husband, your sweet husband, your kind husband. It's like she's been on a mission to take him from her since she woke up. But let's be real, I still don't think Dante is the father. What if Brooklyn had another little oops moment? Maybe even something shady happened, like a rape situation or a drunken mistake with Cody. Maybe he is the dad. It could explain why she told her mom it was Dante. What if she and Dante never actually slept together? Plot twist? Anyone? It could totally be Cody. Lulu might even accidentally spill the beans to her, and of course, Lulu will hold it over her head like a weapon. Everyone will find out while Lulu's off chasing Charlotte, and then everyone's going to be pissed at her. Like, how could you? And seriously, does the show just love making everyone look completely clueless? Martin and Cody were getting played and didn't even know it. Amazing. Also, come on, Eva. You really couldn't tell Portia that Drew was sleeping with Nina. Honestly, I'm as mad at Lulu as the writers must be about Gio's secret. This whole thing should have come out during some kind of medical emergency. Hello, the stakes are higher. Brooklyn's secret is way bigger than she thinks. Dante needs to know eventually. I think he'd agree not to shake up the kids' lives, but Lois dropped that bomb that Gio doesn't even know he's adopted. Really? Couldn't get a better family to latch onto, but whatever. Still, it's classic Lulu, petty as hell, and it's not going to bring her any closer to Dante. But you know, whatever. So here's the twist I'm seeing. What if Cody's actually the father? I mean, it wouldn't be the first time a teenager made a messy decision. Brooklyn probably hooked up with him, didn't want Dante to know, and spun the whole "it's Dante's baby" story to cover it up. She probably realized Dante would want to keep the kid, but well, admitting she cheated with Cody was just too much for her. Classic, right? Teen drama at its finest. And Lulu? Oh, she needs to be stopped. The woman's a walking problem. She should have been arrested for breaking into Martin's room. And let's not forget Maxie. She's right there with her, playing accomplice like always. Is there a secret criminal club in Port Charles? Because these two are basically running it. Honestly, the secret about the bio parents, everyone knows who they are. Even my grandmother, who's been dead for 5 years, would have guessed it. It's like they're trying to build suspense, but it's just one big snooze fest. And seriously, does Sonny know Gio is his grandson? That's been my only question. I'm starting to wonder if that's why he's been all about the kid for so long. As for Cody, man, he didn't waste any time spilling tea. And surprise, surprise, he picked a topic that Brooklyn would never discuss with Lulu. I just hope Martin figures out what Lulu's up to and has her arrested for her little crime spree. And then there's Charlotte, who's reached out to Rocco not once, but twice. But of course, the super sleuths of Port Charles can't seem to figure out how to track down a kid with a phone. They're all chasing shadows. Oh, and by the way, Buenos Aires has over 3 million people. I'm sure they'll just bump into Charlotte as soon as they land. Totally believable. Lulu's about to blow this whole thing wide open. She's the keeper of all the secrets, yet instead of confronting Brooklyn directly, she's running around getting everyone's opinion on whether or not she should spill. We all know what's coming. Lulu's going to drag Brooklyn through the mud, and Carly's not going to change her mind. Meanwhile, Maxie is still playing the bestie role, covering for Lulu like it's her full-time job. But hey, does she get away with it? Not so fast. Martin's caught onto something. His meeting notes were all out of order, which means someone's been snooping. And Lois, don't even bother. When the truth comes out, she's going to be spinning more lies. Bet on it. Lulu really seems to have it out for Dante. I mean, the guy's been through enough in his life, but apparently that's not enough for her. Honestly, I can't even buy that Dante is Gio's father. I think Brooklyn was probably hurt by someone else, but Lulu's too wrapped up in her own drama to see it. She acts like she's untouchable, like she can do whatever she wants without any consequences. And honestly, she couldn't care less about her son. What does she want? To hurt Dante, the father of her child? It's honestly ridiculous. And then there's Cody. The guy is just so gullible, and Lulu, she's selfish. She's putting everyone who cares about her at risk, using their love and friendship like a weapon. Like how she got Spinelli to break into the house for her, or dragged Maxie into her mess by having her break into her uncle's room. And don't even get me started on how she tricked Cody into spilling Brooklyn's private business. Newsflash, it was her private business long before she ever got involved with Dante. I'm so over Taylor acting like Steffi's some helpless child. Steffi's a grown woman with a family, while Taylor's over there acting like she's still playing mind games. Come on, Taylor, you're a doctor. You should know how to handle this better. Enough of Lulu's dangerous games already. She's putting everyone at risk, and frankly, I'm done caring about her. And the way she manipulated Cody into sharing the details about Brooklyn and Dante's summer camp fling? Yeah, that was just low. So Cody somehow knows teenage Brooklyn was pregnant, but Dante, who's, her actual partner, didn't? And when Cody first showed up, didn't they tease some big, dark secret between him and Dante from their camp days? Because as it stands, they're not exactly acting like they share anything that juicy. And let's not forget the moment where we found out Brooklyn told Cody she wanted to make sure he never spilled the beans to Dante. The whole thing was shrouded in mystery, some whispered references to a secret from the past. Naturally, I assumed it was one of those classic illegal activities the two of them covered up together. But apparently, no one actually bothered to spell that out. Cody really thought Brooklyn confessed her deepest, darkest secret to Lulu. The two of them can barely stand each other, and yet Lulu had him wrapped around her finger. That's a rookie move, Cody. Now, as for the whole baby situation, here's my theory. Cody's the dad. Brooklyn thought she was pregnant by Dante, who got the whole false positive test result, poor guy, cried on Cody's shoulder, and the two of them end up in bed together. They're thinking she's already pregnant, so no protection is used. Surprise, surprise, she's actually pregnant with Cody's kid. It'll probably take a while before the truth comes out, but mark my words, Gio's definitely Cody's kid. Let's not forget that Dante and Cody did share a secret. Dante was completely smitten with Brooklyn during that one hot summer they spent together at camp. This is something Lulu definitely didn't know. Of course, that's just one layer of the mysterious history they all have together. And yes, there's that lingering other thing between Cody and Dante. Some kind of trouble Cody got himself into, possibly even legal trouble, but who knows? We're still waiting for some kind of explanation for that. Seems like it might have just been another dropped plotline as they reshaped everything into this ridiculous baby drama. What's going on with Sasha? Honestly, I'm totally lost. One minute, she's supportive of Willow, understanding about her feelings for Drew, and the next, she's acting like the moral high ground is hers to stand on. It makes no sense. Sure, I get that finding out Willow kissed Drew again, and then had sex with him would cause Sasha to be upset. I can even understand her criticizing Willow for that, but this whole shift in her attitude, it's just dramatic and completely out of nowhere. Let's not forget, Sasha was all in when Willow first kissed Drew. She was the supportive friend, like, hey, I get it, you like him, but now she's acting like Willow's the worst person ever for doing exactly what Sasha already knew was happening. And here's the kicker. Sasha's criticizing Willow for not seeing Drew for who he really is, but meanwhile, she knows Drew and Nina were sleeping together while Willow was supposedly falling in love with him. And she's keeping that to herself? Nice, Sasha, real nice. Then there's this whole thing with the Quartermaines. What's her deal with them? I don't get it. People try to make comparisons to Carly, but Sasha's situation is totally different. The Quartermaines aren't trying to take her baby away. They just want to be part of the child's life. It's not like when Edward was around, stirring up all kinds of toxicity. Sasha knows all this, and yet she's acting like the Quartermaines are some kind of evil empire. Yeah, Edward was a piece of work, but none of the Quartermaines now are nearly as bad. They just want to be there for the kid. And for someone who complains about not having family growing up, it's weird that she's actively denying her child the chance to have that. It's like she wants to raise the kid in a bubble, completely isolated. Sure, if the baby wasn't a Quartermaine, maybe I'd get it, but it is. Even with all the lies about Jason, that kid's a Quartermaine, and Sasha's acting like they don't even exist. Honestly, I think this whole Sasha against the world thing is just a plot device to drag her into Sidwell's scheme. He's probably not even going to hurt her, he's just using her con skills. At this point, I'm convinced the writers are doing to Sasha what they did to Willow, taking a sweet, almost boring character and making them unlikable. One minute, they say one thing, and the next minute, their actions completely contradict it. It's like they're making dumb decisions for the sake of drama. Willow's a lost cause right now, and Sasha's not far behind. Her refusing help from Jason, but taking money from Sidwell. That was the last straw for me. Is it just me, or does Jordan Ashford from General Hospital totally resemble the female singer from Shalimar? I mean, I'm such a huge fan of their music, especially their performance at the Rhythm and Blues Awards years ago. I swear it's her. But yeah, okay, obviously it's not her. Definitely not. They were doing Make That Move, such a classic track, by the way. Seriously, check it out. Oh, and by the way, Jodie, remember her? The one with the massive solo career in the 80s? Yeah, she still looks incredible. Google her, it's worth it. And don't forget the guy on her left. He's the one who taught Michael Jackson the moonwalk. Fun fact, apparently Bill Haley was doing it way before Michael. Who knew? The long-awaited return of Dr. Patrick Drake. It's only been, 10 years since Jason Thompson left General Hospital? And yet, somehow, the world keeps turning, and no one's missing him, except, maybe, Emma, since she's now hanging out in Port Charles. Sure, I wouldn't mind a recast for Patrick at some point, especially if it means bringing back the Scorpio Drake clan. It's been way too long since we've heard those throwaway medical lines that used to spark all sorts of delightful doctor drama. Remember when Patrick and Steve used to bicker like an old married couple back in 2010? Ah, the good old days. Now, I love the actress who plays Robin, but hey, I wouldn't completely hate a recast, as long as it means reviving the Scorpio Drake family dynamic. But let's be real, the reason they probably axed Patrick in the first place was so Robin could get her happy ending after, a decade of absolute misery. So if they ever brought Patrick back, they'd have to bring Robin along, and last I checked, Kimberly McCullough has zero interest in returning to acting full-time. A few guest spots here and there, sure, but don't hold your breath for a full-time gig. And let's be honest, no one is going to recast Robin. She's one of those characters who's simply untouchable. So if they bring back Patrick but not Robin, it just messes up that happy ending vibe. If they bring them both back, but Robin's a no-show, it's just going to frustrate everyone because, let's face it, no one's buying Patrick without his wife. Honestly, it's probably best to leave both of them in their happily ever after, not messing with what little piece the show can muster. And look, don't get me wrong, I love Patrick and Robin together, but their story's done. Patrick's living his best life with his family, and frankly, I'm happy for him. As for Emma, yeah, I really miss the old Emma too. The new one just doesn't do it for me. Maybe it's time to send her back home to California where she belongs. Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you agree or disagree? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates. Your opinions matter, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.